Mostly the questions are from critical reasoning, and we're doing exercise number 6. So let's start with the first reading comprehension short passage. Although most people know that exercise is good for the body, few realize the extent to which it is valuable to the mind. The blood circulates more rapidly after physical exertion, thus allowing all of the body's organs to operate more efficiently. This increased activity enables the brain to receive more oxygen, thereby creating a higher capacity of concentration. The main point in the argument above is that. So the argument begins by telling us that we all know that exercise is good for the body, but we are not realizing the extent to which it can be also good for the mind. Now he tells you how it can be good for the mind by saying how the blood circulates and allows the body's ability to send more oxygen to the brain and thereby creating a higher capacity for concentration. Now the point is, we are asked to find out what is the main reason why this passage is written. Now we have 5 options. A says the greater the amount of oxygen the brain receives, the better the brain functions. Is that why the passage is written? I don't think so. It's not telling us that this has anything to do with exercise, because the main idea for writing it is about telling us how exercise can be good for us both physically as well as mentally. So I will go with A. Now B says exercise is a mental as well as a physical activity. Now mental activity is something what we are doing right now. Using our mind to do our thinking is mental activity. So we don't do mental activity while we are exercising. C says exercise helps the brain more than it does the rest of the body. We rule that out. People can greatly improve their powers of concentration by exercising more often. Yes, you can improve your concentration by exercising is what the passage says, but it doesn't anyway suggest we have to exercise more often to do that. So we go with option E, which is a little bit general, but I think that fits in the answer. Exercise serves more than one purpose would be the main reason why this particular argument is being written. Let's go to argument number 2. Archaeologists have discovered various paintings on the walls and ceiling of a Chinese cave whose entrance was blocked by a volcanic eruption in the 25th century BC and only recently cleared by an earthquake. Since the paintings depict warriors using Type C bronze weapons, these archaeologists have concluded that Type C bronze weapons were already widely used in this area by 2500 BC, far earlier than was previously believed. So what are the facts before us? First and foremost, a Chinese cave whose entrance was blocked in the 25th century was recently opened up. Why was the entrance blocked? Through a volcanic eruption. And what did the archaeologists discover in the cave? They found paintings depicting warriors using Type C bronze weapons. And from this set of facts, 1, the cave was blocked in the 25th century BC through an volcanic eruption and recently was opened up because of an earthquake. And because the cave contains paintings where the warriors are carrying a particular type of bronze weapons, the conclusion reached by the archaeologists is that the people of this region knew how to use these bronze weapons even before the 25th century BC, much earlier than was thought previously. Now, which of the following pieces of additional evidence would most seriously weaken the archaeologist's conclusion? Now, in order to weaken an argument, I told you the most effective way of weakening an argument is to attack the assumption. Now, let's ask ourselves, what is the assumption that has been made in order to reach the conclusion? 25th century BC, the cave entrance blocked. Recently, this is your premise 1. Recently opened up. Premise 2. Premise 3. Cave contains paintings. Now these paintings contain warriors using these bronze weapons. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is, therefore, the people of this region knew to use bronze weapons like the ones which were found in the paintings even before the 25th century BC. This is the conclusion. Now, in order to reach this conclusion, the basic assumption is nobody entered the cave after the cave was blocked in 25th century BC. This is assumption 1. Therefore, the paintings must have been made before the 25th century BC. These are the two. This is the main assumption and this is the second assumption, that the paintings must have been made before